YouTube. What up, man? It's your boy Street Tate. I'm back at it. Another collection style video for you guys, man. If y'all new to the channel, look below and I'll put links to my last 4 collection videos. This is my 5th. I'm literally taking shoes out of my collection and turning them into relevant collection style videos. First one I ever did was every Air Jordan 11 low that dropped from 2016 to 2006. Every men's size colorway in that era. Now to give you perspective, I'm only missing 2 colorways of the Air Jordan 11 lows. That's the white Carolina blue, that's dropping this year, and the white blue snakeskin. Now I had both of these back in the day, but I sold them. If I'd have kept them, then I would have had every Air Jordan 11 low colorway men's size, period. That was my first video. My second video was every Air Jordan 11 mid colorway. I have all of those. My third video was the Air Jordan Champ Pack collection so far. I'm talking the Cigar and Champagne 6 and 7s and the Air Jordan Trophy Confetti 8s. My fourth video was every Air Jordan 5 to drop in 06 because that year was just iconic for Jordan 5 colorways and very sought after to this day. Now, this video is every Air Jordan to drop when he was in the playoff finals winning 6 championships. So I'm going to show you all the models and the colors that he wore during that playoff time and when he no shit had the gold trophy in hand, man. So subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram, Snap, and Twitter. Now, let's start back in 1991. Jordan's first championship, he was wearing the Air Jordan 6 Black Infrared. Now this is the 2014 pair right here. When this shoe first dropped, the internet was complaining about how bright and pink this color actually was. But when the No Shit Facts came out, this is the closest colorway to the 1991 pair. And I'm about to take y'all back in the past to 2010 when the Black Varsity Red 6 dropped. Now when this shoe came out, it was also a bunch of hate behind it because they're saying, yo, that's not the OG colorway. They're coming out with random colors. That is true. However, this is probably my favorite Jordan 6 right here. This black with the varsity red behind it really hits really clean. And it's one of my favorite Jordan 6s, no doubt. Now, when that happened and the internet was buzzing, Jordan, Nike heard it and they had some under their sleeve and they came out a few months later with the Air Jordan Infrared Pack. So, this is your 2010 Jordan 6 Infrared Pack. Comes with your all leather white Jordan 6s and of course your black suede upper Infrared 6. When this pack dropped, there was still complaints because this colorway just wasn't bright enough or different enough from the varsity red that just dropped in 2010. I'm sure I have some video right here if y'all can see that joint, man. But when this pack dropped, this colorway right here was just a bunch of complaining because it just wasn't as infrared or bright enough that we assumed that they would have came out with, man. But this is your infrared pack. Also, something speculation that came with this pack was this pack came with 2 mirrored dust bags, loud mirror dust bags. Everybody assumed that if they stayed in here, it would cut down on the yellowing. Well, now it's 7 years later, and I'm here to tell you guys right now that's 100% pure bullshit. I wish I could go back in time and put these in normal Ziploc bags because I have shoes that are 20 years old and look 10 times better than these 7-year-old mirror Ziploc bag sitting shoes. This little symbol right here is just the history of the Jordan 6 in some words. I'm sure I have B-roll for you guys. Don't worry, I got y'all hooked up, man. So if y'all look at the bottoms of this 2010 pair, see how yellow that shit is, man? If these would have been sitting in Ziploc bags, I guarantee they wouldn't look this piss yellow, man. It's just only 7 years old. I have shoes that are 20 years old and look way better than this shit right here, man. So, you know, it is what it is. I wish I could go back in time and put them shit back in Ziploc bags. All right, so that was 1991. Air Jordan 6 Black Infrared against the LA Lakers. All right, now let's go to 1992. This is your Raptor 7. This is what he wore against the Portland Trail Blazers. Is your OG colorway 2012 release Raptor 7. Now there's no complaints about this shoe. OG colorway, very, very nice. Now let's take you back again. Before this shoe dropped in 2012, 2009, a Defining Moments pack dropped. This is the Defining Moments pack Jordan 7 Raptor. Now this one is a good looking shoe, but this pack was posed to recognize the fact that he scored 64 points versus the Orlando Magic. Now, with that being said, this pack came with a white Orlando blue Jordan 7 leather, and it came out with a OG colorway Raptor 7. Now, this obviously isn't the OG colorway. This one is. So the internet and the real shoe head was tripping about that. Not only that, there's a date on the back of the tongue of this shoe. It's March 4th, 1993, 64 points. This date on the back of his shoe is wrong. The actual day that Jordan scored 64 points in was January 16th, 1993. So the date on the back of the shoe is wrong. This color isn't even an OG colorway. And the actual color shoe that he was wearing when he scored those 64 points is the Cardinal 7s. When Jordan scored those points against Shaq and them back in 93, January 16th to be exact, he was wearing this colorway. So what's the point of coming up with a defining moments package? Okay, that's fine. They came out with the white and Orlando because he was playing against them. Cool. And it's cool that they would come out with a close to OG colorway shoe, but it's the wrong date. It's not even the exact OG colorway, and it's not even the same color he was wearing when he scored the points. It was this shoe, the Cardinal 7. So the internet was in an uproar. All the real shoe heads was bugging. A lot of people were no shit taking that pack back, and Jordan and Nike was trying to figure out if they were going to recall the pack or just hold this L. Well, as y'all see, Jordan and Nike said, fuck it, we're gonna just hold this L, man. So it is what it is. If you find this pack now, this shit holds no value whatsoever. So that was in 1992. Now it's time for 1993. He was playing against the Phoenix Suns. This is your Jordan 8 playoff. There ain't no go back in the past story about these. This is your playoff 8s, OG colorway, very, very dope. This was Jordan's 3rd championship right here, and this completed his first 3-peat, which means 3 championships in a row, his first time. Now, after 1993, he did his little short, brief period of when he retired. He went to go play baseball, and that's when the Jordan 9s came out while he was playing baseball, right? Then in the 95-96 season is when the Jordan 10s dropped, right? And also in 1995-96 is when Jordan came back to the game, and they made it to the finals, and he was wearing his Air Jordan 11 Breds when he won the championship and had trophy in hand on this one. Also in 1996 was the season where they had that 72 wins, 10 losses, which is when in 2015 is when Jordan Brand came up to recognize that season by coming out with your 72 and 10 Air Jordan 11, which is very, very nice quality on this shoe, no doubt. So yeah, so in 1996, trophy in hand, and during playoffs, he was wearing your Air Jordan 11 Bred colorway, the most recognized Jordan shoe, period. Even non-shoe heads know this shoe. They might not know the number, but they'll know that if they see it, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely the most recognized Jordan shoe. No question about that, man. That was 1996. 1997 was the Air Jordan 12. Now this was the season in Game 5 when he was playing against the Utah Jazz. He had scored 38 points with the flu, and that turned this shoe into the nickname of the flu game because of this. Now let's take you back in 2009 when they retroed, right? This was a suede version, and this shoe was no shit recognizing that flu game with the detail on the side saying 38 1997 with the little sick face. Same thing on the tongue of the shoe has that little sick face. I did a comparison of these two. If you ain't seen it, I put that link right here, man. So yeah, the color he wore when they won in 1997 was the playoff 12s. The trophy in hand color Jordan 12 he was wearing are these. So he won on Game 6. He wore the playoff 12s. So very, very dope. I did a comparison of these versus the lows. Click right here and y'all can check that video out also. Now, next up, 1998. In the playoff finals, he was switching back and forth between the playoff 13s and the last shot 14s. He was literally, like in Game 1 and Game 2, he's rocking the playoff 13s. He's swapped to the 14s like Game 3. And Game 4, he fucking put back on the 13. And then Game like 5 and 6, he was wearing the 14. So the final shoe that he wore with trophy in hand is your last shot 14s. This shoe got that nickname from him scoring that iconic game-winning shot on the final season that he would play with the Chicago Bulls and his final championship as well. So he wore 7 models and won 6 championships, man. So final shoe, final championship, last shot 14s, and just a shoe he was just swapping back and forth with throughout that finals is the playoff 13s, man. So those are all of your Air Jordan colorways that he wore in the playoff finals and when he had the gold trophy in hand, man. I hope that helped you guys out. If y'all have any of these shoes, y'all let me know down in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Snap, Twitter. I got more comparison, more collection style videos coming for you guys, man. You can't just say you real. It's something you gotta be. I'll see y'all next video, YouTube. No question, all right? Easy. If we go back a couple years ago when the Jordan 88 white cement 3s came out, which I have right here. In 2013, the Black Toes came out twice. They came out once normal retail release, and then they came out a few months later via B-grade release.